The fact that Shalewa took Kwame back, it's already an issue for me. Guys, the only scene that I don't think I will ever get, that I don't think I will ever understand, Ayo and Wosi. What? War. What the hell was that? Finally, I think I love this lighting. I actually do. Yeah. Finally. Guys, when I'm saying finally, like setting up this whole thing, it took time. I don't know why today it just wasn't working out for me. Nothing was working out. The lighting was out of place. I was just like, was I meant to film today? And don't mind my hair. Guys, how you doing with this coronavirus? How are you guys surviving? Because I'm really finding it. Guys, I needed to bring this close. I need to get this off. Look at that. It's not, no, this is not correct for you. Ladies, help me. This is not normal. Oh my God. My nails are in pain. Like, I decided to start cutting them off by myself. I did this morning. I did this last week. I guess I decided to start cutting them off myself. It's been way too long. How are you guys surviving, ladies? How are we surviving during this coronavirus? Let me dive into today's video. One thing I realized last week is that you guys definitely love my review to Skinny Get in Transit. Ignore this hair. I don't know what it's doing out there. Okay, that's normal. All of it now. Okay. Sorry, ignore that. So you love the review, and I'm just like, I'm going to do another one this week. We're actually going to follow the story of Shalewa and see how Shalewa turns out in the next season and in the next episode and so forth. So season 6 episode 11, called Greater Good, actually picks up from episode 10. It picks up from that, and then we're just going to talk about what had happened yesterday, since you guys loved it. Again, I'm going to divide them into different characters and also in the relationship. So we're going to be talking about Shalewa and Kwame. We're going to be talking about Didi and Editi, Tiwa and Mide, Wosi and Ayo. It's okay. So yeah, let's get into it. It's Skinny Get in Transit, season 6, episode 11. Greater Good. So the first thing that we have picks up from last week, which is Shalewa just walking out of the house, of Kwame's house, and a lot. The lady, she was crying. Like, you could see all the mascara and everything. We need waterproof mascara, all the makeup. I think they did that on purpose anyway. But Shalewa. Run for your life. Run. Like, I'm at a position right now that I'm not ready to give Kwame, I don't want to cut him a slack. I don't want to give him a second chance. There is no second chances. Forget it. Just walk out. That's what I want for Kwame. Because, Shalewa, I will give you the best advice that I can give to you right now, which is to follow the quote by Maya Angelou. I've always followed that in my life. Literally, that's one thing that I thought of. I forgot to mention it last week. I thought about that when he slapped her the second time. You know, the first time he grabbed her and she had bruises and everything. The second time it was a slap. The third time, she's going to end up in the hospital. And when he slapped her, what I thought about was, wait, Maya Angelou always says something. She says, when a person shows you who they are the first time, believe it. Don't question it. Don't doubt it. That's who they are. Believe who they are. There's a reason why she said that. The same woman said, if you don't like something and you're trying to change it and it doesn't work, stop trying to change it. Why are you trying to change it? It clearly is not going to change. You might have to adjust yourself to accept that person. But I don't think, Shalewa, you want to adjust. Don't be adjusting yourself. I was watching my favorite YouTuber, I told you, Adenike Adebayo show yesterday. I watched her reviews, and a review, literally, I think she was confused as to where the writers are coming from. I told you guys, Skinny Girl in Transit is all about real life issues that are out there, whether in an African household or in a couples in general, or to young teens, adults, or whatever. Adenike was like, I don't understand. Shalewa went from being a person that sleeps around from season 1 and season 2, the naughty Shalewa, to being a strong woman in season 5, I believe. Even the beginning of season 6, she was still strong. The same Shalewa was able to break out of a relationship. Adenike was like, I don't understand where the writers are coming from, saying that she can't say no to Kwame. And I get it. Funny enough, usually I don't understand the writers. In this particular episode, I get where they're coming from. And I told Adenike yesterday, I said, I get it. There's a lot of us as ladies that when we walk out of a long-time relationship, you have to realize that Shalewa and Mohammed came all the way from season 1, I believe. Isn't it? Or season 2? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Don't hold me accountable for this. They went way back. This is the guy that she has built her life with. This is the guy that she sees herself marrying. This is the guy that she's hopeful that there is a future. She was done. And Mohammed, I still believe that there's a storyline in there for herself and Mohammed. And Mohammed really, 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 really tried as a guy. He helped in building Shalewa to the woman that he is today. Trust me, he did. Mohammed tried, and he helped her to become the woman that she is today. He contributed to the progress. He contributed to the advancements that he has. But, and then he now went on and cheated on her. All and behold, best believe you me, the writers are trying to tell us that ladies like Shalewa, usually they lose their self-esteem. That's the correct word. They usually they become less confident in themselves. They become to question themselves, like, is this right? They start to question themselves. They start to not believe in themselves anymore. And they start to settle for things that they're not even worthy for. And that's where Shalewa is right now. She's at a space where she's like, where have I gone wrong, Mohammed? And she really wants to hold on to that little bit of good that happens to her with Kwame. But we know it's not good. This is no good. This is bad. She needs to run. I fear that in the next episode, which I think is something in May, because I don't think we have an episode next week, it's going to be bad. And she wouldn't realize it until she regained her confidence. She's gone. Shalewa is lost. Forget it. Shalewa is not the same person that broke up with Mohammed. She was strong enough to do it, but when you do all that, then you start questioning, for all those years, what do I gain? For all those years, the insecurity kicks back in. The low self-esteem kicks back in. You walk out of that relationship and then you start to settle. That's why Adenike was questioning why would people like Shalewa then ended up with Kwame. Look at her. She went back. My one of my friends texted me straightforward. We tend to chit chat as we're watching it, and she texted me and she was like, "Ife, if this guy actually takes this guy back, I'm going to be so crossed." And I already saw it coming. And you can see how much of a goat this guy is. He's a proper goat. You slapped a lady and you're saying, oh, I'm so sorry and this and that. But all you can tell her is that you can slap me back. She was like, wait, what is this? BDSM? And trust me, that's his logic. I slap you, you slap me. I kick you, you kick me. He is the type of guy that will use you as a punching bag. Kwame has nothing good coming out of it. That storyline, there is nothing good that's going to come out of it. Unless they have any other... I don't know how they're going to redeem this guy if they want him to stay. I really don't. Because again, in the last episode, we saw that Farida came out with a new she turned everything. I was like, wait, what happened to you, Farida? I was like, what happened? Like, she has changed. So because of that, I feel like they might progressed on Mohammed and Farida, and then I don't know. Correct, guys, what do you think? I really don't know. Well, so Shalewa left Kwame, went back to her house. They haven't resolved anything, but I've literally touched about everything that is to Shalewa and Kwame, because after she left, he went back and then he said he's sorry. But I was glad that she actually closed the door. This will link me to my next relationship or friendship, you want to call it. Tito. Tito, please, I'm begging you. I am begging every ladies that are out there, every guys that are out there. If you have a friend like Tito, review your friendship. There is a problem. Like, this is a traffic light. You know the red light? This is an alarm. I was like, there is fire on the mountain. Because if you see people like Shalewa, she tends to run to her friends for advice. And Shalewa, Tito is no Didi. We know Didi. Didi actually gives great advice. And I'll come back to that. Shalewa does not have a friend. We need to get her somebody else. Tito, I mean, if you look at the scenes where Shalewa was asking her, okay, Tito, how many boyfriends should you have? Actually, guys, how many boyfriends should you have? Like, in your lifetime before you get married, how many boyfriends should you have dated? Should you have been in a relationship with? Because for me, I know some girls that actually believe in trial and error. And I say trial and error because they actually jump from one person to another. So I don't understand those ones. I know ladies like that are just like, you know, they just want to have fun. And eventually they actually do get married and they don't talk about their past or anything. And then I have people like myself that just believe in reserve. I want to be able to count, not, oh, 20, 30, no. I think you should do it. You should date. I don't say don't date, but do it godly, if you get what I mean. Maybe godly is the wrong word to use, but do it in a way that is responsible. That's the words. Don't just do it. Oh man, I should have this one today. I should have that one tomorrow. If this one dumped me, then that's fine. No problem. Guys, you guys will be laughing at my hair, but I don't care. This is what coronavirus has done to all of us, or COVID-19. That's the words. Because I don't think YouTube will like coronavirus. They like you to say COVID-19. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, so yeah, Tito, she's not a good friend. I mean, when Shalewa was like, if a guy smacked you, would you stay? Or if he slapped you? And her answer was, yeah, you should see this relationship that we're in, or you should see this timing, or this whole, you know, this world that we're in, and this generation is very difficult for you to have a boyfriend, so you might give them a chance. I don't understand Tito at all. If you have a friend like Tito, just go and pray, because you need a new one. You need to renew your friendship and you need a new one. The fact that Shalewa took Kwame back, it's already an issue for me, because you have to realize that based on Tito's advice, Shalewa literally act upon Tito's advice. Like, you know, you don't want to lose the guy, so you would just, I mean, if he slapped you or he beats you, it's okay. Guys, they're just in a relationship. They've only just started yesterday. It wasn't a case where they've been in a relationship for a long time. They're not even married. These are the signs that makes you leg it. I say, Shalewa, carry your shoe, pat them, take the sand of that house, and say that you will never show forth again. Friends like Tito needs to be bound, needs to be rebuked, needs to be cast away into the dungeon. Friends like Tito are not right for Shalewa. She literally acted based on Tito's advice, and she was like, maybe I can still give him a chance. I fear within me that my sister is going to end up in the hospital, and you and I are going to be sorry for her. She's battling with her self-esteem. She's battling with who she is right now. And I understand where she's coming from. But what I don't get is the demonic friend that they have given to her. We need to give her a new friend. God bless me. But guys, yeah, that's pretty much Shalewa and Kwame, and I just don't see them stopping this. They really want to show the sexual the domestic violence or the domestic abuse in a relationship. They needed to showcase that. And in the meantime, I guess we're just going to have to see how this evolved in the next episode, which is I think in May. But that is literally the storyline of Shalewa and Kwame. So then I'm going to go into Tiwa and Mide. Tiwa and Mide is an interesting one because, you know, last week he had asked her if she can do him a favor, which is her literally, because he said he needs her there. They just lost a major deal and they needed to be there together. But my sister said no. So we started this episode off with them coming back from the award. She won the award because we can see her placing it. And but what cause? See, you know that lady in the office, guys, I think there's a problem. I think that would become a storyline. I know, back in the days we already knew we were allowed to hate, but now be allowed. There will be a problem around that storyline. And I'm just asking myself, it turns out that there's a lot of story with Mide. We need to focus on Tiwa. Because Tiwa really doesn't, I don't know if she realized that she's in a marriage. I was talking to one of my girls last week. She actually texted me after watching the show. You know you, I see you. And she was like, do you feel like we as women, we expected so much from men when we're going into our marriage, that when you get into the marriage, you just feel like you're meant to be doing this. But when it comes to horse sacrificing, we women, we find it so difficult. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Like, I've been in a relationship, we compared our relationship so much that I just felt like she's right. I was like, I've been in a situation where I expected so much from a guy and he does it, and when it comes to me to sacrifice, I'm still like playing like I don't have to. I'm acting as if I don't have to do it my own part. Do you get what I mean? I feel like it's just men that are obligated to fulfill their own duty. And I think that's what I'm seeing anyway in Tiwa's case. I just feel like in their relationship, Mide is fulfilling everything and Tiwa is still trying to figure out herself. They better not be trying for no baby, because she mentioned the fact that, oh, I'm ovulating. I was like, you all need to figure out you first. There's a problem in that marriage so much. You're not seeing it because it's not real and it's scripted, but there is a huge individuality going on in a two union. A union that has become one. Two individualities seems to be living their life. Mide is giving more into the marriage, while my sister is just doing whatever she wants. That's all I see about that. And at any case, right, I've never seen Tiwa admitted that she's wrong, you know. So on that particular night or that scene, they came back. She wanted a little bit here and there, and he was like, no problem. But they had to call a rain check on that because work cause. So because of work, he couldn't do it. But yet it was tired and everything. And she was like, oh, but I still want it. Fam, go sit down. And this is what I love Tiwa and Didi's relationship. You see, in that mini scene in the office, it's very small, but it speaks wisdom. Unlike Sister TITO. Like, that mini scene literally lets you know, like, oh my God. Didi was like, talk to your man. Tiwa, have you talked to Mide? Have you? Have you? Me, I'm just asking, no. Because until Didi says it, I feel like somebody had to call out on all our actions for Tiwa to realize it. This whole hair is a mess. So I feel like we have to call her out, which is not correct. It's wrong. So I don't know what they're going to do with Tiwa, but Tiwa is still trying to figure out herself. And then that leads me into Didi and Editi. I absolutely love the scene, the episode, because it surrounds Didi and Editi also, as well as us getting a little bit here and there about Shalewa. But I actually love the fact that Editi introduced Didi to the kids. Now, let's be realistic. I feel like in real life, I thought Skinny Get in Transit were trying to reflect what mostly occur in real life. in which that particular scene does not reflect what occurs mostly in real life. What occurs mostly in real life is that if you bring your new boo or babe to your children, they're probably much more protective of their dad. In which all these two kids, they're all over. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, guys, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful and everything, but I just feel like it's not very realistic as much as I want it to be. I wanted them to be protective of their dad. I wanted them to now evolve to get to know Tiwa and Didi herself. So I'm so sorry that I'm mixing the names together, but yeah, that's pretty much it. She got to know the kids and they enjoyed themselves. A nice, lovely evening. I absolutely love it. I love their scenes. I love Editi and Didi. And I want to see what the future holds for them. Guys, the only scene that I don't think I will ever get, that I don't think I will ever understand, Ayo and Wosi. What? War. What the hell was that? I said, what the hell was that? Because I don't understand. Guys, I don't know. I think my chair is, I don't understand that. Because that particular, that particular word, that particular scene, it's not realistic. How can somebody as smart as that woman, Precious, smart to 419 somebody, now fall for somebody like Wosi and Ayo? Can they get away with it? Like, does that make sense? To just tell, does that whole scene, does that make sense to you? I was cringing. I cringed throughout the whole scene. I don't get it. So I'm not even going to talk about it, except what I just said. But y'all can see that the main thing that I'm focusing on is Shalewa and Kwame, because I want to see what you guys think about them. The last scene of the episode was literally Tiwa saying that she's not doing season 2. When you know that you're going to do it, eventually you're going to listen to Mide. Why didn't you tell him? That's where I'm coming from. I feel like she did not discuss. She just went and she just made the decision. So we don't know if Mide still needs you, or Mide already have his side wings, that lady, to take up. I don't know. But literally, yeah, she rose up to the challenge. She rised up to the challenge. But I'm done. My brain is fried. No, guys, I'm actually done. My brain is fried. Oh, my makeup looks a little bit alright, but I wasn't in a rush. Guys, I really don't like this period, so I'm really struggling to do things here and there, except for work. Work has been great. Working from home is not the best, but except for that, and Jesus, what more can you do? Yeah, literally, that's all that we can talk about for Skinny Girl in Transit, season 6, episode 11. And let's wait for the next one. Yeah, hopefully until next time, you guys stay safe, keep safe, remember God loves you, love thyself, and spread your love to others.